Hello everyone, it is me, Venomous Seal, Venmu, and today we have our Week 7 battle for the ISBL, I always do that, Season 4. We're up against Dawnmist and the Driftveil Demiurges. That's not a Pokemon, but I don't know what that is, but we have our team here. I'll go through it. We've got a special Garchomp here with Earth Power, Surf, Draco Meteor, Fire Blast, Life Orb, Sandveil. Sandveil is to try and dodge something and wait if he brings Hippowdon. We have Amoonguss making a return. Leftovers. Why don't I run Black Sludge? Let's just pretend it's Black Sludge for now, because it's the same thing. Toxic, Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Protect. Wasn't a fan of Spore because that gave Gourgeist was a pretty free answer to that kind of switch-in, so I didn't go for that. I was especially defensive. Then we have Tokiss here with Heal Bell, Roost, Air/Fire Blast. I was expecting to get Statist a lot from his team, so I wanted Heal Bell support. We have Rotom Heat here. Standard bulky Spadef with Citrus Berry. Overheat, Defog, Will-O-Wisp, Volt Switch. Yep, I just read that differently. And then we have Alolan Persian here with the Roselli Berry. Looking to take something like a Dazzling Gleam from an Espeon, or something like a Play Rough from Mega Mawile. Knockoff Parting Shot, Taunt Toxic, pretty standard. And then finally we have, making its debut, we have Scoops the Vanillux, rocking a Life Orb set with Autotomize, Flash Cannon, Hidden Power Ground, and Blizzard. So, something I noticed about his team, a lot of naturally physically bulky Pokemon, so that's why I ran a handful of special attackers. And then the one special attacker I would, struggle against, aka Espeon, I would have Alolan Persian here to stop anything it wants to do. So, that's the team. Now we go over to the replay. So, he brings Gourgeist, Espeon, Mega Mawile, Silvally, Hippowdon, and Kommo-o. Silvally's pretty scary because you never know what type it's going to be. No Volcanion, which is why I didn't bring Mega Scizor. But yeah, you can see even from here, physically bulky, has high physical defense. See why I built my team the way I did. But let's get into this, and I'll show you the replay real quick in just about now. So I lead Alolan Persian as he leads Mega Mawile. Guess that's a good lead on his part because I can't really do anything to him. So he Mega Evolves. I go for a Parting Shot just to weaken it a little bit, take this attack easier. He goes for the Stone Edge, 99%. So I didn't know it got Stone Edge. I thought I kind of just walled this thing with resisted hits, but there you go. So I live on 99, or I live on 1. In battle it said 100%, but I live, so definitely not. I restore with my Citrus Berry, not that it matters. Though if rocks were up, I would have gotten a free switch in, or another switch in. I go for a Will-O-Wisp here on the switch, and I burn Kommo-o, so if it's a physical set, that's going to be really, really good. I switch out into my Tokiss here, because I know I can take it pretty well. He goes for the Clanging Scales, which kind of hurts. Well, not really, because I'm, force the switch, he goes into Mega Mawile, as I go for the Air Slash, get some OK chip. Go for the Fire Blast here, good 65%. So he goes for the Play Rough, and I kind of take that pretty nicely from a huge power Mega Mawile. That was 9 hit, I would have absolutely been killed, so I'm guessing he probably did some kind of switch. He goes Silvally here, as I go for an Air Slash. Silvally normal with leftovers. I was quite surprised to see just a standard Silvally, but I go into my Amoonguss here, as he goes for the Ice Beam. I take that really well. Good job Amoonguss, being a especially defensive, bulky boy. He goes for the Parting Shot, so he's some kind of like bulky special attacking set. He goes into his Kommo-o. Kommo-o now kind of just beats this thing because Sludge Bomb's not going to hurt it. Giga Drain's not going to hurt it. As I go for here, he goes for a Flash Cannon, probably predicting the Tokiss switch. I think he's No, he's not choiced. I remember that. I go into my Rotom Heat here and take a Flamethrower very nicely. I don't think I outspeed this thing though, so he's just gonna, yeah, clanging skills. And he's gonna knock out Rotom Heat, get the defense drop. I've got my Garchomp coming out here. Go for the Draco Meteor as he goes into his Gorgeist, probably expecting some kind of physical attack, which is why, you know, I brought this thing. 74%, very satisfied. Very, very satisfied. I could kill this thing right now, but I decided to switch because I don't like being weakened. So he goes for the Will-O-Wisp. Not really matters too much because I'm not really offensive or anything, but here he is with that. Go for a Parting Shot because I thought he would switch, but I guess not. I go into my Vanillux here and take a Leech Seed. I probably, yeah, I'll explain later, but so Vanillux is here. I set up an Autotomize, get my speed up. Pretty much take on all of his team now. C-Bomb doesn't really do much at all, and I'm losing health through Leech Seed, obviously. Go for the Blizzard, get a knockout. Good job, Scoops, you legend. He goes Mega Morwell here, I believe. Yes, because he's packing the Sucker Punch. I don't particularly want to deal with that. I go into my Persian, obviously, because I can, you know, deal with that pretty easily. Hail is wearing us down, Burn's wearing me down. I go for knockoff, only does 3%. I'm not surprised. I would have done a tiny bit more if I wasn't burned, but I was just going for tiny chip at that point. He goes for the Play Rough, activates my Roselli Berry, gets the critical hit, so that kind of just cancels it out and straight up kills me. So that was really, really, really bad, because that was like one of my main ways of taking a hit from this thing and, you know, kind of giving myself a bit of momentum. Hail goes here anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I go into my Tokus here and pick off the kill, which was nice. But now we are faced with the problem of Espeon. If you look at my team, Alolan Persian is the literal only thing that can deal with like a Calm Mind Espeon, because the rest of my team are special attackers, so this is very, very, very bad. So Alolan Persian being on my team like throughout the game is crucial to stopping this thing from setting up and hurting my team quite a bit. I go into my Garchomp here. He switches, maybe thinking I'm mixed with like Crunch or something like that. As I just go for the Earth Power, get a nice 36%. He sets Sand, so if there's only ever a time to dodge, it's now. So go for a Surf, does a nice 49%. Take some Life Orb Recoil. He sets up his rocks, that's fine. I'm still here chilling out. He goes for a Surf. Well, I go for a Surf. Knockout Hippowdon, so nice special Garchomp working here. But we still, Espeon is still there. I go for an Earth Power here, nice 42% lower SPDF. I didn't get the dodge. Come on, Sandvale. That was not cool. That's the whole reason I ran it, but yeah, so that's unfortunate. I go into my Amoonguss here. He goes for a Flamethrower, does an okay chunk. I mean, Amoonguss is just so bulky, you know, so go for a Sludge Bomb, get this kill. But there's no more to this story. I mean, Espeon sets up a Calm Mind and there's nothing I can do about it. So that is pretty much the game. He's gonna kill me here with Psychic Ball, or whatever that move is. And then Tokus is not gonna take anything from, he's not gonna live anything at least. But that's gonna be that game. So sadly we did not get two wins going. We only got one last week, and then yeah, we lost this week, which was kind of a bummer. If we had lived that player off crit, we probably would have done a little bit better, because that way I could have just stopped Espeon from swooping every time by going into it, you know. So, but it is very clear to see that I misplayed. So What happened when I was with... Oh, I parting shot it out into him. Yeah, so... Alolan Persian wasn't the play against Morwell, just because it can't really touch it in return. That's what I'm learning about this dark type here, but going into Alolan Persian really just kind of lost us the game that time. Going into it, well, it was my fault, obviously, but going into Alolan Persian versus Gorgeist was probably not smart. Maybe something like Amoonguss would have been better, or Togekiss, but I just preferred the matchup with, you know, Dark versus Ghost and whatnot. So, you know what? It wasn't. I keep thinking this match was a 4-0, but it was only a 2-0 because I'm lucky enough that he, you know, switched out his SB on the first time when he did, so I could get 2 more kills at least. Sandvale did fail me. Maybe if Sandvale was still up, I would have killed Silvally, and then maybe put a bit more work in on Espeon, and Togekiss maybe could have been. I don't know. There's a lot of variables here, but yeah, I mean, that was kind of the definitive losing point, but I'm glad I got to use some of these sets. I'm glad Amoonguss came back, Vanillux made its debut, and we got to use a special Garchomp, so it was a good game though. I did enjoy it. I definitely misplayed some, but ultimately the crit was just like the nail in the coffin. I really feel like even with my misplays, they weren't too major to have like been like, oh yeah, that's a loss. So funnily enough, I didn't actually have the Roselli Berry for Mega Morwell. It was intended for like a Dazzling Gleam from this thing, but it kind of worked here as well. But whatevs. Having Rotom Heat around would have been great as well, but you know, Espeon's just that good. So thanks for watching this week. Next week we fight Quick and the Cerulean City Krabbies. That'll be a fun match, I'm sure. So yeah, we are now, what is it? I think we are 2-5 with a -7 differential. So we've gone back down, but we're not at our lowest point. Our lowest point was -8, but we're now -7. So things are looking up me. So anyway, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.